Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's July the 4th and if I'm right, that's Independence Day over in the United States of America, so happy Independence Day, folks. You kicked our asses. But I'm not sore. No, we deserve to have our asses kicked, don't we? You know, if we hadn't been so greedy and wanted to impose taxation, I think was the original problem, then we wouldn't be as it is now, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to give you a quick update on what I'm doing down here on the macro orchard. So, if you cast your eye along here and on that strip there, that's where my two big pink beds were. And I've been busy the last day or two, a couple of days, or 2 half days really, digging them all out. Apart from this was the newest plantation that I did, so I'm going to keep those, and I've sown the rest of it with grass seed. And fortunately, I'm saying fortunately, we've had quite a lot of rain, which normally I'd be grumbling about, but it's quite timely because hopefully it'll help this seed germinate. And then of course, when you can see that once it's all grass, I can just mow up and down, and it's just going to be so much easier. So here's the pile of pinks. It's quite a fair heap. Anyway, over time I guess I'll be able to burn them off or something. I've got a couple of burn barrels, some new ones. I'll show you those now. So these green ones here, they're the new ones. You see, that's the original one. The trouble is with those, the last 2 or 3 years, and the bottoms just disintegrate. And so I'm hoping that these will last much longer. You can see I've punched some drilled some holes in. I've got a stepped drill bit, which is supposed to go up to, I think it was 25 mil, but it would only go to the second step. If anybody knows why that is, can you let me know? I think it was because my drill is just a little battery powered cordless drill. I don't think it was powerful enough, but if anybody could give me an insight into that, let me know how I can get a bigger hole. I'm sure it'll work, but the other feature I like about these is they've got a clip on top. So, because I got a couple from my mate, but we've had to drill the top, cut it out. So I think that's much better, because I can fill it full of material and then put the top on and stop the rain getting in and keep it dry. So they were 10 quid each, so I'm very happy with those, I reckon. We've also had a lot of very quite strong winds. I mean, it makes me laugh. The BBC weather app says it'll be quite breezy. Yeah, right. I mean, breezy enough to snap the end off your squash plant, and there's lots of fruit on the floor and stuff like that. But anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? You can see that's the row of Oregon sugar pod peas. They've just come through now, looking good. Got my elephant garlic under here in one of the log stores, and yeah, I think it's pretty dry. I can't feel any, there's no damp. I don't think rain's getting in. So, as I say, I'll just leave it under there until it's dried out, and these rounds are going to be planted again. And here's this little damson tree of mine now. Way back in, I think it was like April, so it was really badly affected with aphids. I know it's been a problem for a lot of people this year. And you can see that some of the foliage is still kind of curled over and everything, but I sprayed it with liquid Castile soap and it has recovered quite well, so I'll probably do it again. But it's actually, carrying quite a good set of fruit, so bring you back for another look at that closer to harvest time. I don't know if you can make that out so well under the mesh, but these are greyhound cabbage, and they're just starting to heart up now quite nicely. It's making out a good row. The Nicola second early potatoes, last video, or you know, recently I mentioned I was worried they had blight. Well, I don't think it is. I don't know what that was, but I don't think it's blight, because it would have affected the whole tops by now. And the raw leeks I planted recently, they've benefited from all that rain. I've just noticed I must have a resident cat somewhere using it as a blinking toilet. I've been picking soft fruit quite a lot. You can see these loganberries. Once again, it's all weather dependent really. If it's wet, you just can't pick them, and then you've got to try and rush when there's a window of opportunity. Just glancing up at the food hedge, one nice thing that I noticed the other day was we've got cob nuts on, and these were only planted out, I think it was last year or the year before, so that's a really nice thing. This is one of my stores for straw they use for my compost. I think that cat's there, you can see this kind of hollowed out depression where she's just sitting away. I'll have to put something in to try and discourage it. Yeah, so the plan today then is just really to try and get more weeding done, because we've got more heavy showers forecast, so it's just trying to work between the showers really. But you see, there's just anything I can do to stop that flowering. That's that kind of fireweed stuff, and then all these dandelions. So yeah, I'm just going to try and do as much, pulling all this weed out as much as I can anyway. So it's the 5th of July, time for just a little wander round the garden at home here. So let's start off with the blueberries. This net up. See, they're starting to ripen now. Not a huge amount on, I'm going to need to prune them, but still nice to have though, absolutely. And you can see the asparagus is really done well, as are the cheeky Kiwi squash. Now we're starting to train them along the trellis. I've got 2 of those. We haven't got any fruit set at the moment. The pongo beans are flowering, it's a really, really lovely row, and that was down to the generosity of Bill and Val, who sent me the seeds originally. So keep them going. In this bed you can see I've got spring onion, multi-sown beets. These are actually a trial of multi-sown Little Gem. I just want to see if they'll heart up, 2 or 3 lettuces together. And next door the Lolo Rosso, just going to seed now, but it's done really well. I think these 2 here will last another week or 2. The rocket, that's gone to seed, so most of this will be coming out, and I'll be following it. I've got some more stuff over here, some more spring onion, dill, pak choy just coming through, a few spare beans I might put in, some spinach and some more chard actually, but not through yet. But hopefully the bed won't be empty too long. Over here that is coriander. That's the first time I've tried that. The chard's done really well. Just keep cutting it. It doesn't take long actually for it to produce new sets of leaves for cutting. These are the Sturon onions, and these are White Lisbon. I mean, I can take those now actually, and then just coming around here, that's my carrot tank there, and one little 35 litre pot of, I think it's Maris Pia. And then going over to this bed where the cabbage and the kale is, I mean, they've really done well since I transplanted those. They're loving it in there. And these are the Ferrari beans. They're, well, I could take those now if you can see those. Just trying to get an angle on the camera there, but absolutely superb quality beans. And actually I've got some more here, so the idea would be that by the time they're about finished, those should be almost coming to bare beans as well, so we get a sort of continuation. These are fresh Lolo Rosso here, just a little row. There's about 8 plants. So again, hopefully they'll give us some more pickings before the frost. Another row of radish in here, and I'll probably sow another one. I can squeeze another one in at the end there. Our courgettes are a bit slow. We've had about 3, and you can see there's another one just down there. But I'm wondering whether it's this kiwi casting too much shade. I don't know, let me know what you think. But we're going to cut it pretty hard back. We're not getting rid of it or anything, but we need to, don't want it coming out so far. But actually it has got some little fruits on. It's you know, as you look around, there's quite a few actually, so I'm looking forward to trying those. And here are the 2 carrot frames, not looking too bad. I did sow some more seed in some of the gaps, but again the weather's been so erratic. Germination was okay just here, but you know, that looks like they got fried there. I guess I could just dabble a bit more seed in, be alright. And these spring onions are absolutely huge. They're fantastic. I need to be taking those out really. And don't know if you can see in there the multi-sown beets. That was the first sowing, they've done really well. And over here in our little herb patch, it's not looking too bad. So this is a different type of mint, just raised from cuttings, and then I dotted in some more coriander roundabouts. This is a parsley I grew a couple of years ago, letting it run to seed to collect the seeds from it. And then we've got chives, that's this year's parsley. I don't know why that one looks as though it's got a bit cooked, but this one's looking nice and fresh. And then in the greenhouse here, well, you can see for yourself, the Crimson Crush I think are on, coming up to the 3rd truss, and the Rapunzel, look at that truss, that's fantastic, isn't it? They are, I'm just about going to stop them now because I think they're on 5 trusses, might be even more, 5 or 6, so I need to stop those because this far north they just ain't going to ripen, but they're looking really good. I've got some more basil plants here, and the stuff that I put in there, look, I just need to cut that back, but it's doing good. And then at the end, if I can step over the stuff without crushing it, I've got 2 bell peppers here, and you can see that they're flowering. Well, that one is anyway, I think this one will. So hopefully we will get a few peppers, but I think next year I'm not going to plant as many tomatoes. I'll leave this back just for bell peppers, and then they're not as crowded. Quick walk over to the fig. You can see, one pigeon just flew over there. It's got quite a lot of figs on, and yeah, shouldn't be too long before we can start enjoying those. And then our multi-grafted apple tree, I was thinning them, the ones that I could reach. Some of the ones higher up, well, I just can't get to them, so I'm not too worried about that. They'll just be crushed for cider anyhow, and the ones I have thinned, then obviously if there's none damaged with codling moth, we'll store those.